Alright, welcome back everyone, welcome back to the final series of the broadcast. Welcome back to the final qualifying match as well. We've already had several. He did make it through the upper portion of the bracket, taking down Reynor in the best of 7, and we had ShoWTimE clawing his way through the lower bracket instead, making his way through to face off against Reynor in the final qualifying match. Oh boy, it's been an intense qualifier so far, and so many players have fallen, and now we're down to 3, or I guess 2 players remaining, Reynor and ShoWTimE. Let's go, let's go. Also, of course, congratulations to Gabe, as Gabe, he did make it through to the global qualifier, but now we have our best of 7 ready. Again, best of 7, only 1 veto for each player, and I believe game 1 is going to be a treat. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Last Fantasy, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. Whew, it is Reynor. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Last Fantasy, we have the German Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Sentinels, calling his way back up from that lower bracket. Fighting hard. It is ShoWTimE. I believe. It is ShoWTimE. Can confirm. Demao, if you will. I'm waiting for this somewhere. I've never seen Mapple's observing before, but it's, yeah, okay, we'll get used to it, we'll get used to it. But here we go, we have our PVZ, and of course we do have, I believe, that 1 point advantage. I think they're trying to figure that out, as Reynor did come from the upper, no advantage, as he did go down from the upper bracket, so no advantage for either player. And if you're in the chat, it's Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into this fresh, full best of 7. Let's go. Let us go. As we have our initial hatch gas pool out of Reynor. Did go for, of course, the extractor trick. Outside of that is settling in. And Reynor with the Overlord Scout will confirm the location of ShoWTimE. The Overlord will confirm, bearing in mind that the Overlord has more vision than the warping in building. So Reynor knows where ShoWTimE is. ShoWTimE is yet to confirm, as he has to rely on the probe scouts to figure out what exactly is happening. Here we go. Likewise, the map itself is relatively small. It's a little bit more condensed, which I'm sure is part of the reason why we saw Lambo go for an all-in. I'm sure part of the reason. Likewise, there's less dead space and dead air as well, as there are plenty of air blockers surrounding the entire map. Surrounding everything. When it comes to some of the other features here, we do have these choke points scattered throughout as well. Because we have actually seen a lot of defensive play excel on Last Fantasy. Seen a lot of defensive play do quite well here. As you can see, ShoWTimE's still looking. As we mentioned, there was no probe scout, so he is still searching for Reynor's location. We'll confirm Reynor is not top left, and we'll now deduce Reynor is bottom right. Does deduce. As he does make his way over. It's fine. As we do have our double adepts heading into the mid line. 3 drones going down so far. Not bad. Does get 3 workers. Not bad at all. So we are going to be moving in. Oh. There we go. My apologies. Did have laid music from a moment there. But the Oracle does zip into the main base. So far, Reynor is keeping up. It does zone away. Lings, they do hit the 3rd, but Adepts are in position. So ShoWTimE, he will defend his own 3rd. He will get some damage done across the map. Interesting, going Oracle into Phoenix, hunting down Overlords and denying vision from Reynor. Okay. Not quite what I was expecting. But again, these Phoenix follow-ups are quite rare. They're quite rare here. We see them every now and then, Phoenixes and Void Rays, just to hunt down Overlords. That is their purpose. Likewise, the Phoenix here will also deter Spire play, as long as we keep the Phoenix alive. Will help as a deterrent. And that is going to be a Fast Forge. Ooh, Fast Forge here alongside the Twilight Council. We're keeping our eyes open for a Robo. If we see a Robo, then this would be Archon-based play. As ShoWTimE has caught my attention. Likewise, the Faster Forge, we might even go into charge. We'll see, we'll see. Blink or charge, what's it going to be? Meanwhile, Reynor going to his Evo Chamber, going into +1 melee, delaying his Roach Warren, if not skipping entirely. At the same time, Adepts are nowhere to be found. The pylon does fall. Nice pick off. Gets the pylon. Does get the pylon. 5-minute lair timing out of Reynor. And it is Glaive Adepts, not charge. Okay, we did notice the Forge and how off it was, but it is going to be hidden Glaive Adepts here from the side of ShoWTimE. And remember, Reynor is skipping Roaches. He's skipping Roaches, he's skipping Banelings, he's going purely Ling Hydra. So this will be ideal for ShoWTimE. As Oracles, they pack back in, they get another 2. Oh no! Oh my god. They get another 2 drones. The Oracle does barely get away. There's the recall. Does get out. Aye. Does pull away, does get out. We have 6 gates behind this. That's a lot of gateways. The efficiency here, ShoWTimE only losing a single pylon. These 5 Adepts, they're not a tell. Like, that's standard. Seeing 5 Adepts. Seeing any more than that, though, and we will be getting suspicious. Adepts, they're building up and banking up in between the bases. Ooh, going for the Spire, going into Muta play, safety Roach Warren, but there's a late Roach Warren as well as 6-minute Roach Warren timing. And ShoWTimE, he should hit first. He should be able to strike first here. As Reynor, he's being active with those Adepts. Sorry, with those things. Adepts are moving out. Only 11, not too many. Only 11 Adepts. But what is that home to defend is the real question. Adepts are moving in. Plenty of Zerglings. ShoWTimE has to make sure it doesn't get surrounded. Speaking of, does come into the shade. Yeah, nice positioning. Lings, they cannot surround. So Adepts, they trade as best they can. And do we scout behind the natural? We do not. Adepts, so they keep on going. They head towards the 3rd. Drones are going down. Boys are being pulled to attack. Stage Trap here to help support. And this is nice damage, but ShoWTimE doesn't get into the natural. Not yet. He has yet to get into the natural base, which means he has yet to scout the Spire. As drones are evacuated, Adepts say don't shade into the natural. We do attempt to shade, and more, Jesus, more Adepts coming in. And drones are falling. There we go. Now he scouts. He sees. Now for the first time, he does confirm the Spire. He is fully aware. Phoenix production immediately begins. We have Phoenixes on the way. Temple Archives already in production as well. There are 9 mutas in production, but at least at ShoWTimE he has the heads up, and that's going to be 18 drone kills. Reynor's getting pulled apart. This is game-ending damage. Game-ending damage. 19, 20 drones. 20 drones go down, and again, ShoWTimE is not done. More Adepts, they just keep on coming, keep on coming. Again, it was, what, 8 gate Glaive Adepts. That's a lot of gateways. That's a lot of Adepts. As he hunts down even more Queens. There's that recall back home. Phoenixes haven't been amassing, and I spoke earlier, remember, it was a Phoenix opener as well, so he does have that extra Phoenix from the early game. Cannons are done. ShoWTimE is secure. And ShoWTimE is ahead. He's up in workers. He's up in tech. Jesus, 26 drone kills and 107 lings for 28 Adepts. Well worth it. And these mutas were a big investment as well. They were a big investment. Getting into 9 mutas. And they need to get something done. They do need to get something done here. ShoWTimE is moving out. He's got his Stalkers, he has his Archons, the Phoenixes as well to support. Mutas are revealed. They're in the center. ShoWTimE going for the kill, going for the throat. And again, Reynor, he just doesn't really have much to work with here. He's trying to pull away. The drones, they get caught. And Reynor, his best chance, base trade. He's going for the base trade. He knows he cannot fight the main army. He cannot engage into ShoWTimE. He will open up the wall. Lings are flooding in. But there are those Phoenixes. Again, it's just mass muta out of Reynor. He's got 13 mutas. Oof, boys being pulled, so probes are going to go down. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE, he just commits in. Takes out more bases. Once again, very nice control out of ShoWTimE. He pulls away, hasn't lost a Phoenix yet. And GG gets called like Reynor. He has nothing left. And ShoWTimE will take game number 1. Whew, GG. Yeah, strong start here out of ShoWTimE to shut Reynor down. Again, Reynor, unfortunately, he had no scouting. He had no scouting, he had no vision. Winding it back a little bit, ShoWTimE, he went for an 8-gate Glaive Adept build, hidden 8-gate Glaives, bearing in mind that the Phoenix did hunt down those Overlords, and it was just very fortunate here that, if you remember, Reynor, he skipped Roaches. Reynor, he got a 6-minute Roach Warren, so blindly, he was just going for late Roaches to begin with. He was not playing safe. On top of that, as he was delaying his Roaches, he was also going into Muta play, which also wouldn't really help. He was banking up resources for Mutas, which would not help against that Glaive Adept defense. The Glaive Adepts, they just wreaked havoc, they did critical damage, and also scattered the Spire, which allowed ShoWTimE to get ready for the Mutas, to build up, to get those Phoenixes ready, and ShoWTimE, he was in full control this game. It was crazy. GG. GG, well played. And with that, ShoWTimE, he will take a lead. He will take a lead. Someone's asking, is Reynor in Korea? No. Reynor, he was in Korea a month ago, but no longer. After Dallas, he went back to Italia. As we are now getting into game 2. And spawning in the bottom hand corner here of Maganatha, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg. Whew. Looking to bounce back, representing Basilisk, down in the series, but it's the best of 7. There are plenty of games ahead of us, and we expect a back and forth, right? We expect to see a back and forth between these two players. We'll see if he can recover here and now. It is Reynor. We almost lined it up. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the German Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Sentinels. And leading the series 1-0 with a strong win there in game 1. It is ShoWTimE. GG, well played. As we are settling into that second game. And again, we had a cheeky build there at ShoWTimE, which did punish the greed of Reynor. And that is putting Reynor on notice here. It is going to be on notice. For now, going hatch gas pool, standard opener. We are loading into Maganatha. Now, coming into Maganatha, welcome to the largest map in the map pool. Is the largest map, and as a result, we do expect to see, there are certain expectations. Aggression is less favorable here on Maganatha, especially early on. What I will say, though, is that we have seen a lot of successful Muta play and Spire play on Maganatha. In saying that, after attempted Muta and attempted Spire in game 1, we do not expect to see that again. Even though this map, I want to say, favors Muta play more so than Last Fantasy, even though I want to say that it's true, here, because it was already done in game 1, now ShoWTimE is going to be a lot more adept when it comes to scouting for that sort of thing in game 2. So we should be seeing something different here from Reynor. We could see faster tech into faster lair, into faster Hydras. We could see a commitment into Link Main Roach Ravager. We'll see. We'll see where Reynor takes us. As there is that Stargate. Stargate has been thrown down. Reynor going for his third. Ooh, as we were almost there to delay, actually. Yeah, ShoWTimE, he missed the drone. He's looking for it. Yeah, he could have caused a massive delay there. But last he does miss the third. Now he should be rotating back over. And now he will realize, oh, yeah, I missed it. Now he's aware. Back at home, ShoWTimE in position. He's in position. As we have once again Oracle into Phoenix. We spoke about this last time, how it's a way to hunt down Overlords, but also it's a way to deter Spire play. It didn't stop Reynor, but I mean, it should have. Just went for it anyway. The Phoenix is on the way. Oracle pokes in, and again, ShoWTimE is less concerned about really doing damage. Pokes in, pulls away. As he does find the initial stray Overlord, with that he will deny any kind of scouting. For all Reynor knows, it could be Glaive Depths on the way once again. There's that Twilight Council. And the Forge. Now earlier this was a faster Forge, so this looks like a more standard build. This does look more standard. Ooh, as Reynor does get supplyable for a moment. So we go Twilight Council, Forge, Robo. Ooh, faster Robo, my apologies. Okay. If it was a Robo before tech, then I would expect this to be Archons. This is a Robo after the tech. So, I mean, this technically still could be a Temple Archives, but we'll see. As 2 drones go down, charge on the way. So we're going for an early charge timing. ShoWTimE, he's got some builds. Like, so far, he's been very quirky with his play. Glaives in game 1, early charge here in game 2, Gateway Explosion behind this. From here, you can go into a Prism. And this can hit quite hard. And Reynor, he does go for the safety Roachborn, thankfully. So Reynor's playing safe. This time he's being a lot more safer here. He's calming down. Here comes that Prism. Here comes the initial push. The initial move out. A move out. Temple Archives on the way for Archon production, but Zealots will hit first. I believe they actually, this might hit with the Archons. I think it's lined. Yeah, it's lined up. Okay, it's lined up together. Archons charge lots +1. Prism is moving out. Here come the initial Archons, I would imagine. Yep, there they are. Archon drop is coming in. More gateways behind this. Charge now complete. +1 almost done. That's a second Robo. Okay, getting ready for double Immortal production. You know the composition. Charge Archon Immortal Storm. It's coming. Archons, they get a couple of tumors, but not much more than that. Reynor, he's droning up. He's going for Overlord speed. He's going for 3-base all in. Reynor is not droning up. 68 workers, no more than that. The 4th base is just for Larva. He's going for Overlord speed. That screams drop Lords. Queens are amassing as well. And Reynor is all or nothing for the Zerg. He commits. He doubles down. Aye. And ShoWTimE is unaware. ShoWTimE, he has to check the 4th. If he sees lack of saturation, then he knows. He's poking in. He checks. He knows. Yeah, he saw. He saw no workers. He's seen pulling back. He's pulling back. Correct response. Again, he did scout this. And he's setting up at home. Shield battery production has begun. He's walling up. Pylons are on the way. Second, third shield battery as well. So again, really good read here by ShoWTimE as he did scout the expansion. Revelation on the main army. He sees all the roaches. He sees everything. The reveal is on the main army. As you're seeing here. And again, he's making 2 models at a time. More stasis traps. More shield batteries. ShoWTimE doing his best ShoWTimE impression. He's doing what he does best. He's walling up. Nice force fields. Late piles. Late piles here from Reynor. A lot of roaches go down. He's trying to force his way through. Stasis traps are connecting. One of them gets baited out. The Biles! Oh my god, don't connect. Nice control so far, but the Immortals are exposed. Here comes that juggling. He needs to save the Immortals. So far, Kite's back well. Yeah, Kite's well, but Stalkers are falling. ShoWTimE looks like it might just be too much. Yeah, too much Road Ravager here. Reynor, he's breaking through. Despite the defensive setup, it's still not going to be enough. As Reynor, again, there's only one Immortal, one Archon remaining. Just a handful of Stalkers. ShoWTimE was still barely not ready for this. Needed more time. He's making more Immortals, though. More Immortals at the natural. But he should not be able to save this third. No shot. As Reynor, he's running past. Going for the natural, ignoring the third. Running into more Immortals. Oh, he will get another Immortal, though. Yeah, ShoWTimE out of position. He wasn't able to juggle. Didn't save his units. Queen's thrown away. And he's got a decent Immortal count. Okay. Got a decent amount of Immortals. Does focus on the Ravagers. Ravagers are targeted down. Okay, the Immortals are still very low. But he's holding. Wow, ShoWTimE. Is he though? No. The Oracle falls. We'll lose an Immortal as well. Yeah, barely not. Barely. It was close. It was very close. But Reynor, he is breaking the third. Again, there's only 2 Immortals left. You can see how little HP they have. So little health. And again, Reynor, he's running out of steam. That is true, but it's still enough. It should be, at least. Should still be enough. Once again, kiting back. The Queens did get cleaned up. Did get all the Queens. He's got 3 Immortals. 3 Immortals and a Dream. There's 1 Archon on the way. Oof. As pylons go down, depowers all the shield batteries. Everything gets depowered. Immortals will tank some of those Biles. Oh my god, another Immortal goes down. And again, the defense here was impressive, especially in the second half, but the first half was lackluster. The first half, like, he got caught out in the open. And with that, Reynor, he does break the third. He got scouted. ShoWTimE got ready. But not enough. Not enough there. And we will have a back and forth series. It's not going to be one-sided. Not initially. GG gets called, and Reynor, he pulls off the all-in. He will tie up the series 1-1. Whew. GG. Does tie the series up. And with that, we have our back and forth. Let's go. We have our back and forth here. Again, when it came to the first clash, on the one hand, ShoWTimE is getting ready with the shield batteries and with the stasis traps, that is true, but the initial engagement, he was caught in between his bases, was brutal, because he was fighting without the support, without any of those shield batteries, and likewise, because he was caught in the open, the surface area on the army was also greater there that Reynor could take advantage of, so there was a better start to the fight from Reynor. And alas, ShoWTimE, again, he was having incredible control towards the end there, but that was after he was, falling further back into the bases. And GG. GG, well played. Whew. With that, Reynor, he does fight back. We have a back and forth series. Let's go. We have that back and forth. We have that series. And we'll see who takes the lead. Who takes the lead in this matchup. Again, game 1, it was ShoWTimE being cheeky. Game 2, it was Reynor being cheeky instead. Going for the all-in. Who all-ins next time? Who's we go. Hello in the chat. Hello. Buenos días. Buenos días. Bienvenidos. To those that are waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning, or staying up deep late into the night. As from here, we'll see where our players do take us. Looks like game 3. Oh, yet to be determined. Oh. But yeah, going for the all-in here on Magnatha was a bold move, for sure. Was a bold move. And that also shows us that Reynor, he's willing to all-in regardless of the map. Like, regardless whether on Magnatha, Tokamak, like, all-ins are always going to be on the table here for Reynor. It's going to be a chaotic series. Now, do we ever get a standard back and forth? It's hard to say. I don't know if we will. I don't know if we ever will. But in the bottom right hand corner, we have on Pylon, we have our Italian Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, representing Basilisk. Whew, tying up the series 1-1. We'll see if we can keep this up and keep this going. It is Reynor. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the German Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. Here we go. As we are going to be setting up here at Pylon, of course, a smaller map known for all-ins, known for aggressive builds and aggressive styles. We did just see an all-in out of Reynor, and I would not put it past him to go for another German taxi here on Pylon as well. It is quite popular, quite trendy, so it would make sense. Likewise, that goes both ways. Does also mean that ShoWTimE can also be aggressive himself. Can also. So far, the openers are standard, at least for now. And we'll see where our players do take us. The other scary thing, of course, is that even if ShoWTimE were to scout an all-in on this map, you have even less time to react and even less time to respond. That is what is terrifying about Pylon. It's just how small the map is in comparison. Small. It is small. From here, Reynor getting to link speed, does pull out of gas, so no early gas income. Nothing crazy like a faster lair or a faster Roach Warren. Oh, Twilight Council though. Okay, that I was not expecting. Twilight Council opening out of ShoWTimE. Not a Stargate, not a Robo. Okay. Now with this, we're leaning towards Glaives. This could be a DT opener into an Archon drop. Otherwise, Glaive Adepts. We'll keep an eye on the gases to confirm just how committed this is going to be. And by keeping an eye on the gases, like figuratively, because we're not going to... not checking the gases, but it's fine. That's how the council is done. And there's the Robo follow-up. Okay, interesting. Robo follow-up out of ShoWTimE. Are we going for a... No shot, we're going for a Temple Archives. No shot. Let him cook, Pappy. Let him cook. Let him say bust in. Are we going for the Temple Archives? We would have seen a Dark Shrine by now. 3 more gates on the way. Okay, Glaives. But Glaives was... Yeah, okay. Interesting. Delayed Glaives. Early Twilight Council. 4-gate setup. This does feel like a little bit shaky when it comes to execution, not gonna lie. Does feel shaky. Just because like the prison's already on the way. And Glaives is still a ways off, but okay. Well, we're going for it. Safety Roach Warren out of Reynor. Extra gateway, oh he's committing. Okay, he's going for another gateway. 6 gates, not 4. This is committed. Borderline all in. So 6-8 Glaives, but again, Reynor does go for the 4-minute Roach Warren. So he has Ling Roach available to him. ShoWTimE moving out, and ShoWTimE is going to double down and commit even harder. I mean, hey, Glaive Adepts, they did well for ShoWTimE in the last game. Did well for himself. Now moving out. Does head towards the natural. Does head towards. There's that warp in. Again, 6 setups at a time. And now does turn the shade. Roaches are revealed. Already plenty of Lings, already Roaches. Prism is denied into the main. But does shade. Does get him between the bases. Going for more warp-ins. And workers are going to be forced back. ShoWTimE, can he get up close? He can. And there we go. 4 drone kills already. Collapsing on top of those roaches. Where's the shade? Does shade away. Does shade towards that natural. Likewise, Epps, nice positioning here. Yeah, Ling's like, oh, they do get the surround though. They do surround the Adepts. The Adepts so far they're not doing enough damage. They're denying mining time, but they're going down. Yeah, this is not good enough. ShoWTimE, he's running out of Adepts. More coming in. Again, he's just trying to reinforce his army. Trying, but not really succeeding too much. Oh. Yeah, not really succeeding. ShoWTimE pulls away and Reynor defends. Now, Reynor, he did lose a lot of drones. True. Was that enough, though? That is my question, as we still have more Adepts. We're not stopping. I mean, hey, again, like ShoWTimE, he's basically all in here. He's got to keep it up. More Adepts. Meanwhile, Reynor, he's not rejoining either, so he's going Ling Ravager. And if he can surround the army, he can bile the Adepts. That will be the plan. Oh. Diving on the roaches. Does not shade. Third base is being taken from ShoWTimE, so he's expanding, transitioning out of this. He's getting out of this. Likewise, Reynor setting up for the run by. Coming from behind, going for the third, and he should force a cancel. Assuming he committed, though. The base is there. He can go for it. Reynor comes back home. The Adepts, they scare him. I mean, they are scary. It's understandable. Lings, they come in for the surround. Here come the biles, and the biles, it looks like they do graze the army somewhat, but he gets in. No shot. He does rush past. He wants the mineral line. This time he's going to get it. There are just so many Adepts. Okay, not quite. Drones, they do get away. They pull away in time. Shades into the natural. Oh my god. Getting into 5 drones in total. Again, still nothing major. Nothing too heavy. But now there are no Lings. Fun fact, 0 Lings, by the way. He dies on the Ravagers. And the Mass Adept, he's doing it. He's doing it. Does catch at the Ravagers. Ravagers are going down one after the other. There's a handful of roaches remaining. ShoWTimE, he's winning the head-on fight. Oof. GG gets called. ShoWTimE with the 2 base all in with the Mass Adept. He overwhelms. He had a third base, but the third never saturated. And ShoWTimE, he will take a lead in the series. GG. Whew. Let's go. Let us go. GG, well played. Again, much more committed here by ShoWTimE. As a reminder, this was 6 gate glaive Adepts, not 4 gate, so this was more all in. This was more all in. Sure, he had a third towards the end, but it never got saturated, never really factored in. Unfortunately for Reynor, he was on a really low drone count, and he never really droned up more than that. So even though Reynor was making a bunch of Lings and Ravagers, he himself was forcing himself all in. Because of lack of workers, lack of droning, and of course damage was being done by the Adepts as well. GG. GG, well played. ShoWTimE, he just doubled down. The first wave didn't quite do it, but the second wave did. GG. GG, well played. How do we Robo Adepts drop then blink timing? No, it's 6k glaives. It's basically like 2 base all in. 2 base all in, 6k glaive Adepts. You can hit that much harder. The problem there as well is that Reynor, he never quite scattered the main. Oh no, he did. He was somewhat aware, but was caught with his pants down. Again, he just wasn't able to keep up, wasn't able to maintain his roaches, maintain his army. Lings, they just melted. And it can be hard to keep up with those shades, right? With the non-stop shades back and forth between the bases, it can be hard to keep up. And even if you're not losing workers, if they're off the mineral line, then they're not mining anyway, right? They're not mining anyway. Damage is still being done. It's crazy. GG. GG, well played. Here we go. So far, again, Reynor, he has been having a hard time against these adepts. I mean, game 1 wasn't an all-in. Game 1 was just an adept follow-up into a macro game. But here in game 3, alas, did catch him off guard. Did pull him apart. And up next, we have a map of choice, Ley Lines. Ley Lines is going to be coming up next. One of the more standard maps in the map pool. One of the more standard maps. And we'll see how Reynor will change his approach here. I mean, at this point, ShoWTimE, we just keep going with the adepts, right? He's been having a lot of success. A lot of success. Of course, there are different variations. There's 4-gate glaive adepts, there's 6-gate glaive adepts, there's 3-gate glaive adepts, into a faster third, a more economic build. We'll see. Loading to, I mean, Ley Lines is one of the more standard maps in the map pool. So we might just see some more standard play out of ShoWTimE. We'll see. We could get there. Here we go. Here we go. Players are getting ready. And likewise, we have, I mean, I said this before, are we ever going to see a standard game between ShoWTimE and Reynor? I don't think we will. I think Tokamak. I think if we load into Tokamak, I think that has the highest chance. But even then, I can see Reynor all-inning on Tokamak. Like, I can see him going for the German taxi, 100%. Just to avoid, like, the ability of ShoWTimE even getting into the mid-game or late game. Like, I don't think that's something that Reynor wants to experience. Not against ShoWTimE. No shot. That's ShoWTimE at his best, at his finest. And here we go. We're jumping in and spawning in the top right-hand corner here of Ley Lines. We have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can recover and once again tie things up. It is Reynor. And spawning in the bottom right corner, we have the German Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Sentinels with a 2-1 lead in the series. And can he extend that lead even further? It is ShoWTimE. Oh, they barely spend time with ShoWTimE. They just go straight for the zoom. Oh my god. Aye. But early on, we do see the unnatural natural out of Reynor, forced to expand elsewhere. Forced to be a little bit more uncomfortable, just a little bit. But really my eyes are going to be on ShoWTimE here. Like, he has been the one that's been mixing it up. I mean, they both have in their own ways. We had the attempted Muta out of Reynor, of course, earlier. Attempted Muta. Here we go. As I mentioned before, coming into the series, I do expect to see, like, a back and forth. I would not be surprised if we get into a game 6. Not at all. Like, these two are very closely matched. But again, we'll see where this takes us. There's a Stargate open out of ShoWTimE. This time, no crazy Twilight Council, and again, we don't really expect that here. We mentioned earlier that Pylon is known for aggression, and hey, ShoWTimE, he kind of met those expectations. Here on Ley Lines, we expect standard openers, standard play. So Stargate into Oracle into a third base. I would imagine ShoWTimE will open up Phoenix again, so Oracle into Phoenix. That seems to be his go-to preferred style. But then after that, that's where ShoWTimE has been mixing it up. We've seen Charge as a follow-up. We've seen Glaives as a follow-up. We have yet to see Blink as a follow-up. Not yet in the series. Oh, as 3 drones go down. 3 drones and the Lings. Not bad. Does miss a shot, unfortunately, there, and the Adept will fall. So Reynor does clean up. 2 Adepts for 3 drones and 3 Lings. There's that Phoenix, which we did mention. Again, this is ShoWTimE's go-to when it comes to a standard opener, is Oracle into Phoenix. He's not really too concerned with getting too much damage on with the Oracle. He'd prefer to deny vision and also deter Spire play. Here we go. Getting to his third. Once again, that is... Oh, okay. Faster Forge. Forge into Twilight Council. Is this Forge as fast as game 1? I don't think so. It is coming to mind. Going into +1 and Glaives. But I believe in game 1, the Forge was faster than this. Ooh, that's a lot of gateways. that's a lot of gateways, Pappy. Is this Glaives? 5. That's 5 extra gateways on the way. That's insane. Getting up to 6. Safety Roach one, thankfully. Is this Glaives? Charge. The other one. Okay. Again, this heavy of a gateway count is unusual, so it was not going to be Blink one way or the other. Not Glaives. Charge. 6 gates on the way. I believe that is an 8-gate setup already. Like, this is very committed. You're 7 gates on the way. Oh my, he's not stopping. He's not stopping. And because of the Phoenix, there's no scout. That's the power of the Phoenix. No scout. So basically, we shouldn't be taking any gases. No gases at the natural, no gases at the third. Just mass charge lot. A very strong timing. Now, thankfully, Reynor is not going Ling Hydra. Otherwise, he would be dead. He did get a safety roach warren, so he should be making safety roaches. And with Ling Roach, he can defend against us. Depending on whether he makes roaches, though. Bearing in mind that in ZvZ, ideally, you want to skip them. Ideally, you don't want to make roaches. You want to skip them and go into Hydras and head towards Lurkers. Like, that's what you want to do. That's where you want to be. But that's not what Reynor needs right now. Reynor, he needs roaches. There we go. +1 range. Ooh. +1 range. Did he finish the roach warren? I'm hoping he did. But this looks like he wants to rush into Hydra tech. And again, that's not going to help. Yeah, he's rushing into Hydras. There it is. Hydrogen's on the way. Infestation as well. Again, +1 range screams Hydra into Lurker. There it is. He gets spotted. Roach production now begins. And I believe there's no saving the space. Now, thankfully, this base is buying time. Like, this base, it's just buying time. It's going to go down. It's buying time so Reynor can make roaches. Roaches are amassing. Lings are building up. ShoWTimE, where exactly are we going to head? We're engaging with the Zerglings. Trying to collapse on those roaches. Queen's going to be going down. Again, these are +1 chargeless. He just mows through those Zerglings. And now we can go for the Queens. Now we can collapse on the Queens instead. And again, Reynor, he was caught with his pants down. Remember, Reynor, he was taking into Hydras, throwing down infestation pits. All things not Roach. And now that they're popping out, it's too late. It's too little too late. So ShoWTimE will just overrun Reynor. ShoWTimE with these very aggressive builds here. He's catching Reynor completely off guard time and time again in this series. Reynor, he's like, I thought you were the Mao, Papi. No, not today. Oh, no. I'm the animal. we spoke about that in the Goblin series, if you remember. GG gets called. Reynor caught with his pants down, and ShoWTimE, he will take the game. He will take a lead in the series. Extend his lead. GG. GG, well played. With that, ShoWTimE claims another game here. Again, because of ShoWTimE's openers, because he is so consistent with Phoenixes, Reynor is having a really hard time scouting. And unfortunately, despite how this series has progressed, Reynor, he refuses to play safe. He refuses to play safe in the sense, even less so about scouting, but more so about just taking up. Like, again, we've seen this before. Reynor rushing into the Hydrogen, into +1 range, into the infestation bit as well. The goal there for Reynor was to rush into Lurkers. That was the goal. To rush in towards Lurker tech, but ShoWTimE, he just shows up, knocks him the hell down, punishes him for skipping roaches, and punishes him for being greedy, for not scouting, for not recognizing what was going on. And again, you know, maybe ShoWTimE making use of his reputation, because he has not gone for a standard game at all. We have seen 0 standard play at all so far in this series from ShoWTimE. And because of that, ShoWTimE, he, sorry, there we go. Fixing up the score, 3-1. ShoWTimE is 1 game away. He's 1 game away from claiming the series and from knocking Reynor out of the qualifier. And for qualifying himself, one game. One game. I've been waiting for years for ShoWTimE to mix in. Oh, let's go. Exquisitely executed donk builds that no one expects from him. Yeah, I mean that's what's happening. Again, we have not seen a single setting. There's not been a game which is Stargate into +1 blink. +1 blink has not happened yet in this series. And Reynor, he's been expecting it. Like, he's waiting for it. He's like, okay, this is the game we play standard, right? No. Oh, no. It hasn't been happening. And again, Reynor, he has been just a little bit maybe overconfident, or he's just been, yeah, I think I would say like overconfidence, just misreading the game state of ShoWTimE, misreading his opponents here, just assuming. He's been making a lot of assumptions about ShoWTimE in this series, and time again, being caught off guard. ShoWTimE not meeting those expectations, meeting his own instead. Let's go. Uno más, papi, uno más. Uno más. Oh boy. Up next, Reynor, he's asking for a break. Understandable. So Reynor, he's asking for a break. He needs the moments. I mean, again, he's on match point. Reynor, he needs a moment here to calm down, to take a breath, to centralize himself, to... Woosah, papi, woosah. He needs some time to himself. And we're more than happy. We're more than happy to give it to him, of course. But yeah, again, we're more than happy to give Reynor a couple of minutes here, a couple of moments to recover, to ponder his thoughts, and to just kind of get ready here for the rest of the series. Because the pressure is on. Again, one more loss, one more slip-up, that's it. That's it, that's going to be aim. Of course, Reynor, he will always have the opportunity to recover, and I should say to... Oh, we're jumping in. Okay, we're jumping in. Break time is over. Spawning in the left-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. Down heavily in the series. He has to fight back here and now to extend this series, have a chance at EWC. It is Reynor. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the German Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Sentinels. One more game away here from claiming the series and qualifying for EWC 2025. It is ShoWTimE. We need a new name, because right now he's not the wall. He's not the one game that where he had to defend against an all-in. He did lose. He did fail to defend. Today, what is he? Is he the sword? No, that would fit if he was the shield. He's not the shield of Ire. It was the Mauer. We need some German words. We need oh my god. But yeah, ShoWTimE, he's been hyper aggressive this series. Very cheeky with his build, very unorthodox with his style, with his play. We have yet to experience a standard build at a ShoWTimE, but that might all change. That might all change here and now on Tokamak. Welcome to Tokamak here. As Tokamak is one of the more macro maps in the map pool. I would say the most macro map in the map pool. Very defendable on 4 bases. Because of that, I can see ShoWTimE playing standard here. I can see him playing standard and playing safe and building up on 4 bases and getting to Sky Toss. This is the map to defend against Sky Toss. And I do favor ShoWTimE if he gets into Sky Toss as well. Like, I favor him against Reynor. Meanwhile, I mentioned this earlier, if you recall. I mentioned it a couple of times because I was having fun with the idea, like, do we ever see a macro game? And I was like, oh, maybe Tokamak, and then I second-guessed myself. I was like, oh, actually, I can see Reynor all-inning here. I don't think he should, but I could see it happening. I think in a vacuum, I think he would go for a German taxi on Tokamak to try to end the game early before late game, before the Protoss gets up to 4 bases. I can see that happening. But now in the context of this series, now in the context of being down heavily, I don't think Reynor takes that risk anymore. So maybe we play at a standard game. Maybe we play at a mid game. We'll see. we go. Reynor, he needs 3 games in a row. He does. He needs 3 wins in a row to claim the series. Now ShoWTimE does poke in. Has double adept, they get into the middle line, they deny the Evo chamber, 2 drones going down. Better start here for ShoWTimE as he picks off both Zerglings as well. Yeah, Lings, they do fall, he shades away, he saves the adepts. Oh, this is actually a really good start. So you can see here, 2 drones, 4 Lings, doesn't lose any adepts. Already a nice start. Now this is not game-ending damage or anything like that, but this is a good start for ShoWTimE, 100%. In the past, he would lose these adepts, not this time. Meanwhile, Phoenix is on the way. So again, Oracle into a third, into a Phoenix's. This is ShoWTimE's standard start when it comes to his opener, but the follow-up is what has been tricky for ShoWTimE. As he gets in, gets 1 drone, does pull away. As Adepts, they are now moving out. Another Oracle as well. Phoenix will hunt down the Overlord, will deny vision, deny scouting. And there's that Twilight Council Forge follow-up. I believe once again that was a faster Forge. Sorry, I didn't quite notice. An F8 bust in. Oracle has to get the hell out of here. 3 more drone kills. 3 more drones going down. Not bad. 6 in total. Almost getting 7. As Oracle does pull away. Does pull away. Forge now done. Extra gateways are on the way. Are we going for Glaze? Are we going for Charge? Are we going for... We are going for not... It's not Blink. No shot. Shots what you got. Charge or Glaives. But okay, never mind. Blink. But that's a 3 gate setup behind this. Okay. Getting into Blink. We'll see if he throws out more gates. For now, I believe it's only 4, right? Not 5. As we have +1 range on the way here for Reynor. Going into range. Not melee. With this, it looks like once again, Reynor, his goal is to go into Hydra production. Meanwhile, yeah, more gates are on the way. 5, 6 in total. This might just be a 3-base all-in. This might just be an 8-gate 3-base all-in out of ShoWTimE. We're still waiting for extra gateways to confirm. Stalkers are amassing. He is going to be aggressive regardless. Like, he's going to be very aggressive with this. Does get an extra gas. I don't quite know the full gateway count right now, but it's at least 6. And he's pushing. Okay, Temple Archives behind this, so he is taking him into Storm. Okay, we're taking him into Storm. ShoWTimE should be active soon. We're waiting for Blink. And he's moving out. Does move out. Reynor, do you see what he's making? Roaches. He's making roaches. Let's go. Let's go. He's making defensive roaches. If Ascension is still on the way, though, still taking up. But Reynor, he will have a standing army. Unlike the previous games, he will have a standing army. He's got plenty of Lings. He's got a couple of roaches. He's got the Queens as well. He's okay. He's okay. He can dance with the forces of ShoWTimE. There is that stasis. Baited out. Nice moves out of Reynor. Very nice moves. Does get baited. ShoWTimE moving in. The base is getting very low. Link's trying to engage. Oh, baits out another stasis. There's one left. Here's one left, and it does connect. Oh, the roaches are exposed. But doesn't keep going. Reynor holds. Reynor, he holds on. He saves the expansion. ShoWTimE behind this, taking up towards Storm. He's got 16 Stalkers. And Reynor, now he can tech up into Hydras. And again, this is, so far, Reynor is looking good. Looking good. He's just been playing safe. And he forces back the Stalkers. Another stasis goes up. And we have a back and forth here. I say a back and forth. This fourth base is late. True. Like ShoWTimE, we spoke about how aggressive, how committed he was. He was very committed, very aggressive. This fourth base is late for ShoWTimE. It would have been okay if he had killed the fourth of his opponent. Meanwhile, Link's around on the fourth. Can he force a cancel? He does! Oh, does force a cancel. Massive pickup. Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, it does force a cancel. More Links on the way, catching out the Stalkers. Observer did miss it, but again, the fourth base was denied. Now has to rebuild that fourth. That is a late expansion. And now ShoWTimE responds with the Fleet Beacon. But last Reynor, I mean, he's already working towards Hive Tech and towards Lurkers as well. This does confirm that it was a cancel, not a kill. On the Nexus, I mean. Thankfully. Nice contamination. Contamination here on the Forge. Do you prefer to be observer when you cast or like this? I prefer. It depends. I think I'm okay with Indy. I think Indy's a really good observer. I think. From what I've seen, Indy he's good. Good. I like Indy's observing. Indy can be a little bit chaotic, a little bit when he handles the camera, but overall I enjoy it. Enjoy Indy. So it depends. Likewise, ShoWTimE pushing forward. Again, applying more pressure. We have a Spire on the way already here for Reynor. Again, he's taking up, getting ready for the late game, getting ready for SkyToss. And we're getting there. Now, if you remember, we started this series off, we started this game off, I should say, talking about SkyToss on Tokamak, talking about the late game. And ShoWTimE is getting there. He's on 4 bases. He's embracing SkyToss. Now, what I will say is that Reynor, tech-wise, I would say is in a better position. Like, he's already got Lurkers, and he's already working towards Spire. Reynor, he has too many roaches. He has too many roaches, unfortunately, and he has to throw them away. Or actually, I say he has to trade them out, ideally. He wants to trade them out and trade them out for Hydras and Zerglings and Corruptors and anything else. So Reynor, he's maxed, but he has currently a worse army. But tech-wise, like, he's not looking too bad at all. He does have to refine, though. Ooh. Does have to refine. Setting up all the spines in the main, getting ready for drops. Getting ready for the forced kind of scenario. Both armies are maxed. When it comes to ShoWTimE's army, I believe he's really gateway reliant at the moment. He also doesn't have the best composition either. Yeah, he has a lot of Zealots and a lot of Stalkers, and less so when it comes to power units, like Archons and Storm and Immortals. So both armies are looking to trade. Both armies are looking to trade to be able to refine themselves. Army gets scouted. ShoWTimE, he responds. Likewise, ShoWTimE just clearing a path through that creep. Takes down the tumors. Oh, would you see the surround though? Yeah, force to recall. Massive surround. Ooh, ShoWTimE, he plummets 50 supply. Does plummet at the same time though. Oh, bottom right is going to go down. Here comes a units lost. 3 High Templar, 3 Archons. And recalls on cooldown. Yeah, recalls on cooldown. It's a one-way trip. Oh, my apologies. Oh, that's the Mothership recall. Ah, but the High Templar get targeted. Yeah, nice target firing there out of Reynor, and ShoWTimE, he will lose that army advantage. He did want to trade, I did say that, but not like this. And ShoWTimE, he's hurting. He's hurting right now. He bled out a lot of units. If given time, he can recover. Nidus into the main. Double Nidus into the main base. Roaches was left-hand side. ShoWTimE, he should shut down the Roaches at least, but the Lurkers are pushing on the right. They're moving in on the right side as well. Lurker is getting within the range of the base. Nidus goes down. Nidus towards the left as well. Yeah, and ShoWTimE just doesn't have the supply. He just doesn't have the numbers. It's just a numbers game at this point. He just cannot keep up. Oh, getting on top of the Lurkers though. Does take down the Lurkers. Does the Nidus finish? Yeah, Nidus does finish. Ah, and the base is broken. Again, it is an impressive defense here by ShoWTimE, but it's still not enough. 21 probe kills. As he does defend his fourth. But he needs so much more time, and Reynor, he is not stopping. Takes down another expansion. Takes down the Nexus. Nexus goes down. Reynor committing in. And takes down the High Templar. And Templar, they're falling one after the other. Probes as well. And ShoWTimE has been broken. He has been broken. Unable to defend, unable to hold on. Again, just because he lost too much earlier. Like, in the lead up to this push, remember, ShoWTimE, he lost 2 fights. He lost 2 major fights on the left and right hand side. He got surrounded, he got shut down. And everything just very quickly snowballed from there. Very quickly. And Reynor, he all he has to do is just rebuild, remax, and just send it again. Just go for the next push. You could argue that, oh, he doesn't have to try to break the Protoss on 4 bases. He can just contain. In a way, yes, but like considering the game state here like that, you just keep going. Just send it, Pappy, send it. Can keep going in. So far, ShoWTimE sending up those cannons. Cannons are set. Likewise, going if we may, so I was gonna say here is if you recall, we spoke about how like Reynor, we should just be remaxing and pushing. Reynor, he's backing off and being more passive. He's getting mass upgrades. We have Carapace on the way, +2 melee, +2 flyer attack, Ultra Caverns on the way, taking more expansions, spreading creep. In a way, he is getting further ahead, but at the same time, this is going to allow ShoWTimE to remax. Now, my concern here is that ShoWTimE is maxing out on a superior army than he once had. Yeah, it does dive on the Hydras. A lot of Hydras going to be going. Oh, pure Hydra? The Hydras, they cannot hold their own here. That's a lot of gas going down the drain. That was a lot of Hydras falling. So a nice fight from ShoWTimE. Very nice. Now, Reynor has a bank, so he can make some mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. He can make some mistakes. He can throw away an army. It's okay. For now. Oh. ShoWTimE does 9 mining. Well, the High Templar, oh no! The High Templar drew rally in. It happened off screen there on the right hand side, but one High Templar did fall. Oof. The High Templar did go down. Brutal miss rally. It looked like maybe the High Templar were in the same control group as the Tempest, because the Tempest moved forward and so did the High Templar. Meanwhile, Double Knight is here in towards the natural. There's that recall back home. Does recall. Does defend. Now the base recall's on cooldown. Bear that in mind. You have to keep tabs on, you know, what's on, what's off cooldown. Raider Spire's on the way. Double Knight is back into the main. As I believe that was the War Prism. Prism gets caught. It's a nice catch. Nice catch out of Reynor. Now reinforcing with some Infestors. Ultras are amassing as well. Again, just refining his army. And I believe the Immortal count is non-existent from ShoWTimE. Yeah, he's not ready for Ultras at all. There's 4 Ultras already out. Now he spots them. Now he knows. And again, Ultras, they can tank the storms. Ideally, he wants those High Templar. Oh, speaking of. So Zone goes down. High Templar exposed. He gets one, he gets two. Yeah, one High Templar left. No more storms. And with that, Reynor, he should collapse on this army. He should clean this up. There we go. Takes out everything on the ground. And ShoWTimE, he never quite recovered. ShoWTimE never quite recovered here. ShoWTimE will lose everything. And Reynor, he will still close this out. Still close this out. Again, he took a lead earlier when it came to his push, when it came to him punishing his opponents. And now the Night Swarms have completed. Lurker's moving in. Does move in. Likewise, getting on top of the Nidus. Reynor is still remaxed. And ShoWTimE, the army that he once had is not quite there anymore. He has no Mothership, no Tempest, nothing in the sky. He's down to 2 High Templar, 1 Immortal, 1 Oracle, a handful of Zealots. It's not quite there. And GG gets called. The last ShoWTimE, he gets overwhelmed, and Reynor, he begins the comeback. Oh, GG. Reynor, he does fight back. He does put a point on the board. We have a series. We had a series already, but now we have a longer series. Let's go, baby. Let's go. GG, well played. With that, we do have still a in favor of ShoWTimE scoreline, but Reynor, he's one step closer to forcing the ace match. One step closer. And again, when it came to that game, a lot of it came down to ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE, he himself was very committed. If you recall, writing it back, he went into, was it 6 or up to almost 8 gateways? I couldn't quite tell how many gateways there were exactly, but it was more than 6. So we had a heavy commitment here into Blink Stalker, but we saw that this time Reynor played safe. This time Reynor played safe. He made plenty of roaches. He was in position, and the aggression of ShoWTimE fell in its face. He was not able to gain any ground, 0 economic damage, and because of that, remember, his 4th was late. He had a late 4th base. He had late tech transition as well. Everything was laid for ShoWTimE in favor of that committed Blink Stalker push, and with it falling on his face, he fell behind. He fell behind. After that moment, he did back off. Both players maxed out, but ShoWTimE had a more inefficient army, and he did make the decision to go for a split push. I do think that for the most part, like, ShoWTimE had recovered after that, but he went for a split push, and he lost both fights. He lost both armies, and instantly, bam! Reynor counterattacked. Reynor counterattacked. He had a beautiful surround on the left-hand side, and likewise he was able to collapse on the High Templar on the right as well. So alas, in the end, ShoWTimE was just torn apart early on, and from there, he just never recovered. He was never able to build up an army, a substantial army comparable to what he once had. GG. GG, well played. We spoke at the time, if you remember, that ShoWTimE needed to trade. He needed to trade out some gateway units, but he lost everything. Like, that's not how we trade out, papi. Aye. So with that, Reynor did punish. And again, Reynor playing much safer this time. For the first time this series, he made a Roach Horn, and he made roaches. He was very, very safe. He was okay. Brought it all together. GG. And with that, we have a more back and forth matchup here. And the question becomes, now that Reynor is playing safer, at least now, depending on the map, does ShoWTimE play standard? We have yet to see that, and we might see that here and now, because I don't think it'll be wise to commit into Glaive Adepts or Charge Lots anymore, or this committed Blink Stalker play, depending on the map. If we load into, like, Ultra Love, if we load into Torches, then sure, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. But it looks like our players are getting ready. They're setting up. Can we go the distance? Can we go to the ace match? 2 more games. Can we get it? And it's on Reynor. It is on Reynor. Oh, as it looks like we have our game. Our game is going to be on Persephone. Okay. Persephone is coming up next. If you recall, we have seen a lot of aggressive Blink play here on this map. We saw that earlier from Goblin, if you recall, against Lambo. Tempting. As this is a bit of a smaller map, there are less bases as well. You can cut the map in half. It's a little bit easier to pull that off here on Persephone. We'll see. So players are getting ready. You know, just looking at State's camera, I love the shuttle, sorry, the Reaver on the Zergling. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's my favorite. Also, for those that are curious, the sun is rising right now. We casted when the sun was setting, and now we're casting when the sun is rising. Let's go. Let's go. Smurge. Haven't seen the sun in years. We're jumping into our next game and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone. We have our Italian Zerg player. We have our blue Zerg. Ooh, fighting back, putting another point on the board and making a series out of this, or extending the series for Basilisk. It is Reynor. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the German Protoss player, the red Protoss, representing Sentinels. And still one game away from qualifying for the Esports World Cup. It is ShoWTimE. Almost got there. Casito. No, not at all. Ay. Don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to stretch. As Reynor forsake the unnatural natural. Okay, a bit of a more uncomfortable start here by Reynor. ShoWTimE going for his own natural base. And we'll see how ShoWTimE will adjust his approach. I think mainly my eyes are on ShoWTimE. After how this series has unfolded, as I mentioned before coming into Tokamak, I don't really see Reynor being hyper aggressive. Not anymore. So I feel like he's going to be playing safe. You know, hatch gas pool into a third base, into a 4 to 5 minute roach warn timing, into roach production, into +1, into a standard game. Like, that's what I'm feeling here out of Reynor. From the side of ShoWTimE, he has some room to breathe. Like, he has a game to work with if he wants to just throw caution to the wind. We'll see. What do you have for us? Probe does poke in. Does poke in. There's that Stargate from ShoWTimE. So it's going for a Stargate opener. Last does go for the Stargate. With this going into Oracle, into Phoenix, I would imagine. What I'm most curious by is the timing of the Forge and the timing of the Twilight Council. Like, that's going to be the big tell here for what ShoWTimE is up to. Meanwhile, yo, a big shout out to Handsmuff666 in the chat. Thank you so much for the $13.37 for the donation. We do appreciate it. Do you hiss at the sunlight? You might be a vampire. Oh, no. Oh, no. I may. It's just what ducks do. They hiss. So here we go. Ooh, as an episode do bust into the main. Getting 1, getting 2 drone kills so far, but it looks like only 2 workers. Thankfully, not much more than that. Reynor, he defends nicely, defends well. Lings move out across the map to try to punish a third, and the first Oracle should be staying at home to protect said third base. ShoWTimE is going for the triangular third. Okay, there's the NG overcharge. Lings, they move in. The Oracle's ready. Lings, they dip out. Well, never mind. He wants it. Does want it. Goes to the depth and goes to the probe. And nice big offs. Takes down both. Both units go down. ShoWTimE keeping up. The Phoenix has arrived. And again, my eyes are on ShoWTimE. Show us the Forge. Show us the Twilight Council. Show us the gateways. What's the plan this time? Okay, there's the Twilight Council. Standard timing. We're waiting for the Forge. We're waiting for the Forge, waiting for the gateways. If we skip the... Okay, there we go. We're not skipping the Forge, so this is not Glaives. Not Glaives. This looks like Blink. To be honest, this looks like Blink. Okay. Let's go. We're calming down. I feel like typically one of the signifiers of charge is an earlier Forge. So Twilight Council is done. We're expecting Blink Stalkers. And if they shade into the natural, they get one, they get 2 more drones, but again, only 2 workers. They then trade against Zerglings. There's that Blink, as I did mention, so it looks like a standard opener for the first time. Getting to a standard opener. Just 2 more gates as a follow-up. 3-gate Blink. Into tech. Meanwhile, Reynor going to +1 melee. Safety Roach Horn +1 melee. This should be for Ling Hydra. Lings, they do get across the map. The Oracle's out of position. Ooh, but despite that, ShoWTimE does defend. He defends nicely, and unlike on Tokamak, ShoWTimE doesn't have a gateway explosion. By now on Tokamak, he had like 6 gates. He had like 6 gates on the way. Here, we're just slowing things down. 2 extra gates as a follow-up. 3 extra gateways. Okay. Reynor taking his gases. At least, yeah, those are the gases at the third. So he's taking all 6 gases, which means he should be taking. He should be taking from here in towards either a Bay or into Temple Archives. And there it is, into Storm. So ShoWTimE, he's not being overly aggressive. He's not being overly ambitious with the Stalkers. He's now taking gases, taking up. From here, we should soon see a 4th expansion. ShoWTimE playing standard. Let's go. Like this is the ShoWTimE that we expect, typically. From here, he's poking out. And again, we should soon be seeing another base. Going for the Robo first. Oh, my apologies. I assumed you already had one. The Robo now on the way. You know, Reynor double expanding. Getting his own 4th and 5th. And Reynor, by going for the +1 melee, means he's setting up for Hydras, and he can freely get into them. Looking good. ShoWTimE pokes in, hoping to force a cancel. Ooh, as Lings, they collapse on forward. There's that recall. Yeah, it does recall in time, does deny the expansion. Nicely done. Nice pick off there by ShoWTimE, and as he denies the base, bam, there's the 4th. So again, this is again much more macro-oriented compared to Tokamak. As he's taking bases, setting up defensively. Now, this is where I have to favor Reynor, initially. The reason why I say that is because we're getting to a standard game, we're building up towards longer game states, and that means that Reynor, he will get away with his lurkers. Like, if his engagement's on the way into lurker tech, into lurker production, Reynor, he should be able to get there. I say should, it's going to be close. Basically, ShoWTimE is getting up to 4 bases, and ShoWTimE can strike with Storm just before lurker tech. There's the Hive. And we should soon see the Lurker Den. There it is. Lurker Den's on the way. So, as Reynor's taking up with the Hive and Lurkers, now this is the timer has begun. Timer has begun. You can see here, High Templar, the Gathering Energy. ShoWTimE, he has to strike here and now. And again, he can potentially break Reynor as he's stuck on Ling Hydra. No Bailings, limited Roaches. So this is it. This is ShoWTimE's time. This is his time. It's go time. Let's go. Does move out. As he moves out, Reynor getting ready for a run by, trying to catch reinforcements, if not just straight up counterattack. Yeah, coming in for the surround. There's the first Storm. Lings, they come in from behind. Ooh, they at least try to. The High Templar are exposed, and there we go. 1, 2, 3 High Templar go down. Massive pickoffs, and Reynor, he holds. He shuts down the army, takes everything down, and ShoWTimE, he crumbles. He crumbles here before Reynor. Again, Reynor, he's in his element. He's like, standard play, let's go. I'm here for it. And ShoWTimE is in trouble. ShoWTimE, he just lost 4 High Templar. 4 High Templar just went down. Ooh, and this is what makes this more brutal, is that this Fleet Beacon and this Stargate as a response and a reaction to him falling behind. You can see here, yeah, 2 High Templar in the Archon, that's 4 High Templar. The Stalkers, the Zealots. And now the roles are reversed. Now there's a timing where Reynor can kill ShoWTimE before SkyToss. You have Drop Lords morphing in, so Reynor, it looks like he's going for a Dream Drop into the main. I believe it's 6 Drop Lords, Overlord speed is done. So the drop is coming. So here comes a drop on the left. They'll say get across the map. They get across. They get into the mineral line. Lings, they will collapse in. They shut down most of the Zealots. Yeah, nice defense here by Reynor. The Spine Crawlers are done. And here comes the Doom Drop. He's going for the kill, going for the throat. If he can get on top of those Stargates, he can end the game. Reynor moving in. The Overlords, they get spotted, but too late. Late reaction out of ShoWTimE. He's distracted. Yeah, ShoWTimE is distracted and mass drop into that main base. Lurkers, they burrow in. Lings, they bust into the mineral line. And ShoWTimE is completely pulled apart. 39 probes going down. Losing everything in the main. And the mothership is denied. Massive pickoff. Takes down the main nexus. Denies the mothership. And again, ShoWTimE, he just lost too much earlier. Like, for him to lose those High Templar, for him to get surrounded, that was game then and there. And this is Reynor just ensuring that he can break ShoWTimE before SkyToss, before the max out. He does. From there, he does. Would you see that ShoWTimE at this point? He's all in. I would say he's all in. He's got to move out. He has to do something with the army. But the problem is that even though Reynor just lost all of his lurkers, he can rebuild. There we go. 6 lurkers are now done. More lurkers are on the way. The longer this goes on, the better it's going to be for Reynor. That's will be the first to remax. And there we go, going for another drop into the main. Another Ling drop. Reynor be mad? Well, Reynor, he's finally getting what he wanted. Like, he's finally getting standard games. That's the thing. Like, for the first, like, half of the series, or for the, like, first, what, 3/5, ShoWTimE, he was just hyper aggressive, and he was just punishing Reynor time and time again. Now that ShoWTimE is calming down, now that ShoWTime's playing more standard than Reynor, he's good. Good to go. It's good to play some StarCraft. It's good to commit. Oracle goes down. Reynor now taking up into a Spire, into an Ultra Cavern. ShoWTimE down to 47 workers. Again, barely a 2-base economy. Behind this Reynor, he does have, I mean, he's got 83 workers for 85 even. Taking more bases, taking more expansions, getting to 3/3 upgrades, plus 3 melee at least. Carapace as well. Now, I suppose technically there's a world where maybe Reynor takes a really poor fight. Potentially. He takes a poor fight and he takes storms to the face, and maybe he undermakes lurkers and the army evaporates. Like, there's definitely a chance that would happen, but it's plenty of lunkers. So Reynor, he's ready. He's ready. He has a robust army. Just waiting for those upgrades. Even just clearing up some supply here for more ultras. Again, ultras, they can tank some storms. ShoWTimE moving in. Now ShoWTimE does have a super maxed army. He's basically all in. Like ShoWTimE, he has foregone his economy in favor of just extra army units. Nice storm with those Zerglings. Okay. Nice storm. ShoWTimE, he defends back at home, and ShoWTimE, he can just go for the, he can try to go for the kill here. Ideally, he wants to try to go and end the game here and now, as he can't quite scale too well into a longer game. Tempest, they bully back the lurkers. He gets one. Okay. Gets a lurker. Only 3 ultras. But ShoWTimE doesn't push in. Doesn't push forward. Do the Lings have adrenal? I assume they do, but I have no confirmation. See Reynor. Nidus in the left hand side. Let's go for Nidus. Oh. I mean, ShoWTimE is turtling up quite well for himself. He's maxed. I'll be honest, I didn't think we'd get here. I thought that Reynor was going to remax sooner and strike sooner. But he has been taking his time. Once again, just securing his lead. But this does give an opportunity here to ShoWTimE. Okay. I mean, that's a lot of Tempest. ShoWTimE's army composition isn't looking too bad. So Storm, Archons, Immortals, +1 attack, sorry, +1 air attack is on the way. +1 ground defense. We have a game. I still do have to give the edge to Reynor, as he has the goal base now, so he's going to have a bank, which means even if a fight goes poorly for Reynor, he can remax. He can just remax. So the fight has to go really poorly for Reynor for ShoWTimE to take that lead. Which is still possible. Still possible. Just moving in, looking for the fungal. Zell says deny the expansion, not bad. I believe that was a cancel, not a kill. Hoping that's the case. Meanwhile, Reynor investing into Vipers, getting his spell casters up and running. I'm still posturing. Oh, High Templar! Oh my god. High Templar, one of them gets caught out. Getting one, getting two. Yeah, very nice catch. High Templar is so valuable here in this kind of game state. ShoWTimE losing 2 High Templar. But for the most part, the game is slowing down quite a bit. Reynor, he's lacking creep, as he lost a lot of queens early on, so very few active tumors. The base count isn't amazing for Reynor either. Does have that bank, though. And we do see ShoWTimE pushing right down the right-hand side. Going for the gold. Yeah, Fungal does connect. Nice Neural. Yeah, Neural here on the Archon. On the Archons. Does abduct. Does secure those kills. Not bad. Likewise, we do have an Ultra Hydra coming in from the left-hand side as well. Ooh, Storm doesn't quite connect. Yeah, it does miss the Storm. But ShoWTimE, he's not getting ground. He's not getting ground either. Oof. ShoWTimE, he does plummet 50 supply. Has to recall back. Losing another High Templar. Really nice target firing there out of Reynor. Like, he knew that the army was lost, but he traded as best as he could. Getting 6 High Templar and 7 Archons. Very expensive losses. And ShoWTimE, he's burning through his bank. He's burning through his bank. Brutal losses for ShoWTimE. So we go. So we are setting up. We are setting up. The ultras, they just collapse in. Oh god, and there's not that many immortals. Brutal blinding clouds. Yeah, nice blinding clouds. The fungal as well. He locks down the immortals, and with that, Reynor, he will just snowball out of control. He shuts down the immortals. Very nice play. Locking them into the blinding clouds. And with that, ShoWTimE is just completely overrun. Bleeding out the Tempest, bleeding out the ground army as well. I say that the immortals, they kind of nicely. They do kind of nicely here against the ultras. Ooh, no, God, no detection. And even though ShoWTimE, he does survive, he loses almost everything. And he can't afford it. Like, he's just broke. He's broke. He has no money. He has no money. Meanwhile, Reynor, he's making 7 more ultras. Burning through his bank. Does not care. With that ShoWTimE, once again, he's back on the road to recovery. Like, once again, he's just down in army, down in supply. Like, again, like, ShoWTimE has had he's been at the disadvantage almost the entire game. Lings, they just flood in. They flood into the main, or into the natural. And it's ShoWTimE, he's all in. He has to commit, but he's pushing into all these ultras. Mass blinding cloud once again. We get some okay storms, but there's nothing left in the sky. Just purely a ground army. The immortals, they mow through all the ultras. Very, very nice trade for the immortals. Oh my god. Immortals, they shut down the ultras. What do we need to defend? We need Ling Hydra. Ling Hydra. We have Ling Ultra. Sure, I guess that also works. Regardless, Zerglings are ideal. ShoWTimE falling back. The Corruptors are almost dead supply here. You can start working towards Broodlords. Soldiers have built up. There it is, 5 Broodlords on the way. Right now there is no answer to Broodlords. There's no Tempest, nothing in the sky. Now ShoWTimE is going to do it all over again. He's got to build back up. I mean, with some storms, you can maybe take a fight. With the ground army, not so much with the Broodlords. Two more Robos on the way. Interesting. He lost the other two. He lost the other two. Now it's moving out. Broodlords, they reveal themselves. He starts out 1 Tempest. The 1 Tempest. And he has to cancel. Yeah, forced to cancel. The Broodlords, that does make in though. Gets 1. Takes out 1 Broodlord. Barely gets another. Okay, 2 Broodlords go down. Lings, they flood in. And ShoWTimE goes to the base trade. He's going to trade a base for a base. And this is the most important mining base for ShoWTimE. So losing that expansion means that he has no more income. There you go. You can see it, 25 probes going down. Gets the gold. There's nothing right here. Takes down the gold base. Likewise, Brood was holding back the army as well, and there's just nothing here. There's no answer. The Ultras, they break through the right-hand side, takes out another expansion. Now there's no mining, there's no income for ShoWTimE. He lost the mining base on the left-hand side as well. Down to, I want to say, half a base mining. So he has a little bit of income. There, here. 3 patches. 3 patches left. 3 patches to go. On a map by patches, true. Este patches in the chats. Good to see you, Pappy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been enjoying yourself. Hope you've been enjoying. Again, we've had a pretty intense day of StarCraft. I was hoping that this broadcast would be a little bit shorter, but now we're sneaking up on 6 hours. We're almost there. Almost. Yo, the healing pad though. Okay. Healing pad coming into play. Meanwhile, Reynor, he morphs in more Broodlords. I think almost every Corruptor now is a Broodlord. And unfortunately, without Skytoss, there's no easy answer. You can go Mass Blink Stalker, but there is no Mass Blink Stalker. there's just nah. Not like this. Oh, nice feedback. Feedbacks on the Infestors. Reynor moving in. Catching out another High Templar. Will tank a Storm to the face. True, I guess if he sacks the Broodlords, I guess Storms can deal with him. Ooh, yes, he does fungal the army within range of the Lurkers, within range of the Broodlords as well. Going for the Neural, takes over the Archons. And Reynor, he dominates this fight. Again, ShoWTimE has been on the back foot almost the entire game, ever since the first failed push. And GG gets called. Reynor, he will close it out. He will tie up the series 3-3. We are going to the ace match. Papi guy, let's go. We're going all the way. We're going to game 7. We're going the distance. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Again, this was the one game where ShoWTimE played standard. Remember, winding it back, he played standard. He went for his initial blink-based opener, took his gases, got his 4th base, taked up into Storm, and he was completely shut down. Reynor, he was having a much more comfortable time getting to his own Hydra Lurker play. He was able to get us around, and Reynor was looking so comfortable this game, more than any other game, because there were no shenanigans out of ShoWTimE. These past 2 games, ShoWTimE has been less chaotic and less aggressive, and as a result, Reynor has been a lot more comfortable over these last 2 games, and with that, Reynor is now 1 game away from claiming the series. Now, the final game is going to be on Incorporeal. Incorporeal is going to be coming up next. This is one of the, I would say it's a relatively large map, that's true, but it has its own unique quirks as well. We'll see how our players do approach this. We have seen a lot of Spire play on Incorporeal, so I'm sure Reynor is tempted. From the side of ShoWTimE, what's the plan, right? He did take a lead early on in this series by being very chaotic and being very aggressive and, again, being very unpredictable. True. But as the series has progressed, he's been relying less on that and, as a result, having less success. But partly because Reynor's been playing safe. Reynor has been playing safer here. He hasn't been as greedy as he was at the start of the series, so Reynor has been respecting the aggressive potential more from ShoWTimE, and as a result, he's been able to just have these more sterner or these more crisper starts, these more cleaner openers and cleaner builds and cleaner early to mid game in favor of Reynor. So far, at least. So we'll see if ShoWTimE reverts back, if he reverts back to something more aggressive and something more, something more all-in, something more committed, or if he takes a different approach. Maybe we see greedy play instead. That we haven't seen. We haven't seen ShoWTimE be greedy. We've seen aggression or standard, but he hasn't cut corners himself. Not exactly. So we could see maybe... Jesus. It's terrified me. So yeah, we could see something different here, but it looks like the player's asking for a break. Looks like players are asking for a break, so it looks like the clean feed is going on a break as well. Yo, shout out to Turbo Quacker. Thank you so much, Turbo Quacker, for the gifted subs. 5 subs to the community. To Jadance, to Derekazer, to Klava, to Zagreus, and to my Gimli even. Thank you. But yes, we're going on a break here, so we're going to be back in a couple of minutes with the final game of the broadcast. See you soon. See you soon for the ace match. Oh. Lost my mouse. And spotting in the bottom right corner of Incorporeal. We're just jumping right into the game. Oh my god. We have the Italian Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing Basilisk. Coming back from the brink here, pulling off a crazy comeback and potentially going all the way. Momentum is on his side. He has found his groove. Is the Italian Stallion. It is Reynor. I took my time with that one as well. What are they talking about? What? He spent some time in Korea. There it is. He's angry, he's upset, he's tired. It's morning, he's up top left corner. We have the German Protoss player, we have the red Protoss representing Sentinels. He had so much momentum in this series, but alas, that has been taken away. Can he bring it back himself? It is ShoWTimE. There's so much faster with ShoWTimE. They just go in. They got no words. But here we go. We are here. We are back once again. I hope you all enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC during the break as we have returned with the ace match here. The final game of this qualifying match. It's been an intense back and forth. We have gone the distance here. We've gone all the way, which means what is sleep doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination. It's like... I was gonna make a joke about ShoWTimE playing standard, but he did play standard last game, so... no. Regardless, GG well played. With that, we're going to be settling into our ace match, of course, and we'll see how players will approach this. Of course, the final game is going to be on Incorporeal. Incorporeal is going to be one of the larger maps on the map. Well, not as defensive as Tokamak, not as large as Magnatha, but on the larger side of things nonetheless. So far, Link Speed is on the way, pulls out of gas. We do expect a Stargate, but the big question is ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE, he has been the player that's been missing it off the most so far in the series. He's been at times catching Reynor off guard and having a lot of success with that, but as the series has progressed, ShoWTimE has been less chaotic, less crazy, and Reynor has been having more and more success. So does ShoWTimE have the balls to go into Glaives? That's the question. Does he glaive it up again? That's what I want to see. Give me some Glaives. Give me... Let's go. Let's go. See in the chat. Also appreciate all the casting during EWC. As always, appreciate the quantity and the quality. The quality, of course. See. Thank you. Yes. Unfortunately, it means that my brain is a little bit fried right now. I don't know if you noticed, but especially in that specifically in that last game, I was 100% like slurring my words. I was like, I was not fully there, but you know what? I was able to, during the break, I was able to do some squats. With a blood pumping. Double adept into the main. 3 drone kills. 4. Not bad. 4 drones go down. Solid start. Solid start there by ShoWTimE behind this Oracle opener into a Phoenix. So far, so standard out of ShoWTimE, but the real question becomes, show us that Forge timing, show us the Twilight Council. What are we going for? There's no shot we play standard. No shot. As Lings, they move out across the map. Because both of us went down, that means there's an opportunity here to find some damage. Lings, they threaten us around, but last the Adept does get away, and the Oracle's in position. ShoWTimE, he does defend. He defends, he holds. He holds. Lings, they threaten the base. ShoWTimE, he's there, he's ready. Attack is on the way. What's it gonna be, ShoWTimE? What's it gonna be? Short game? Thank Ashen. I would appreciate it. Forge first. Forge, Twilight Council. Looks like a standard setup. So not Glaives, doesn't look like Charge either, so it looks like Blink. Looks like Blink here out of ShoWTimE. Looks like we're calming things down and we are playing standard. That's what it looks like for the time being. Now we could throw down extra gateways. Speaking of, we do have a currently 3 gates set up, I believe. Getting up on 3 gates. If he throws down more gates, then we will point it out. We'll be like, then we'll elevate our voices. Until then, we're good to go. I doesn't know what sleep is. I doesn't exist. Your Claves, he's committed. Let's go. We're getting what we wanted. What did we say at the start of the game? We were like, you know what we want? We want Glaives, Happy. And you know what he's doing? He's going for Glaives. ShoWTimE, he's listening to the stream. He's listening to the mainstream. He understands what the people are wanting for. They're yearning for it. Glaive Adepts. 5 gates are on the way, 6 gates up. So 6 gate Glaive Adepts so far here at a ShoWTimE. We'll see if he throws out even more gateways. Meanwhile, Reynor is playing +1 melee, and he is going for a safety Roach Horn. So the Roach Horn is being thrown down. Does Reynor make roaches, or does he skip roach production? He has the tools to defend, but he is with +1 melee. He is tempted to cut he's tempted to cut corners and cut roach production. I am concerned for Reynor. Basically, what's happening here is that, yes, he has a roach horn, so if he needs to, he can make roaches, as we almost get the expansion. Oh my god, not quite. So he can make roaches, but because of +1 melee, that tells us that Reynor doesn't want to. He doesn't want to make roaches. He wants to make Ling Hydra. Lair is on the way, so he's saving his gas, he's saving his resources for Lair, for Hydra production, and that means that he has no roaches, he has no banelings. That means he has Ling Queen to defend. This is where Adepts can thrive. We'll see when Reynor realizes what's happening and how late roach production begins. Here we go. We can see ShoWTimE is going the long way around. He's avoiding the Xel'Naga. Xel'Naga in the center of the map. We'll see nothing, and still 0 roaches. 0 roaches in production, purely Ling Queen. Now with a high enough Ling count, we can pop off, but that's a lot of it. Now, he knows. Yeah, there we go. Spire? Oh no, he's going more fast. He's crazy. 6 roaches have begun. Now they just started. Now 9 roaches on the way. The base is under fire. We do see the, oh my god, he shades into a surround. Does shade into a surround, and with that, the Lings, they get the best trade they get possible here. They will shut down the Adepts. Misread from ShoWTimE. He does get surrounded. He will lose his army, but at the same time does get 1 base. He does not mining at the 3rd. This is some danger. This is not good enough. This is not good enough. Again, he's shaded into a surround, and with that, Reynor, he holds. Reynor, he holds. Reynor, he does not take enough damage. This is not good enough for ShoWTimE. He does move out with more Adepts, and he's making 8 Adepts at a time. He's got an 8-gate setup. And things are looking good, things are looking okay until the shade. The first shade was brutal. Does get into the main, but again, he just doesn't have enough firepower. There's not enough Adepts here, not enough firepower. 6 drones go down, that is not good enough damage. The Spire is almost complete. The Spire was scattered, we have Phoenixes on the way. You can see here the trades, only 6 drones. That's all he got, only 6 workers. And with that, Reynor, he does take a lead. Does take a lead here. There was potential for ShoWTimE. There was a lot of potential there. Everything was lining up. It's all lining up ShoWTimE. Glaive time. True. As back at home, ShoWTimE transitioning into Blink Stalker. We do see Reynor. Is he investing into the mutas? That is what I want to know. Right now we're looking at the upgrade tab for some reason. But I'm curious to see where the gas is being spent. Remember, there's no hydrogen. There's no hydrogen. Okay, we're going for a hive. +2 melee. No muta production from what I can tell. Which means we might go into ultras. This could be late. No, never mind. Okay, I was gonna say late into ultra, but there it is. We have the hydrogen on the way, so it looks like we are investing into hydras and lurkers. But this hydra tech is late. So ShoWTimE, he still has a presence on the map. Like, without there being any tech for Reynor, like, ShoWTimE, he can still hold his own. He's not being outscaled anywhere near as much as he should be. If there was already a hydrogen, different story, but there isn't. So the investment into the Spire working against Reynor. ShoWTimE, oh, forced back home. Again, Reynor is still ahead, but ShoWTimE still has a chance. He's not out of this. Here we go. Lings, they go for the, let's go, they go for the surround here on Storm. But Storm, it will finish in time, just barely. Storm is complete, but this also means no High Templar. No more High Templar can morph in. It's a Fleet Beacon on the way. ShoWTimE, he's working towards Sky Toss. He's going to try to slow the game down. But it's going to be a tough couple of moments here for ShoWTimE. Gotta be tough. Lurker then is on the way. ShoWTimE, can he break Reynor before Storm? Sorry, before Lurker with Storm. He does have a decent High Templar count, but he's pushing onto creep, and this time there's Banelings. Oh, there's a lot of Link Bane. Here comes our first Storm. Gets one High Templar, gets two. Two High Templar go down. There's three High Templar left. Got some decent Storms here out of ShoWTimE. Does get some decent Storms. As Bailey run by here across the map. ShoWTimE, he does react in time. Good reaction. Good response. Pulls away. Saves the mineral line. Nice defense. Devour. He's back. Oh god, god. As the Phoenixes do overextend. They do overextend here, and here come the Lunkers. And again, Reynor, because of how poorly the Adepts did, Reynor, he is looking quite comfortable here. He has a high worker count. He can now take up the Lurkers. And unfortunately, ShoWTimE just did not have enough to break Reynor before Lurker attack. Now it's up to ShoWTimE to survive. Can he survive the Lunkers? Can he survive? Lings, they take down the cannon. Going for the shield battery. Shield battery's gonna fall. Main army moving in. Mining is being denied. Oof. And behind this does break the expansion again. ShoWTimE just cannot keep up with this. He cannot stop this army. He cannot stop the wave, the tide of Zerg. There's just too much Zerg. And Reynor, despite things looking very bleak, the storms are crazy. Oh my god, he takes all the storms to the face, breaks through the Lurkers. ShoWTimE, he takes the fight. Oh my god. Reynor, he took every storm to the face. Okay. ShoWTimE, he has an army, he has a standing army, he's moving out. Reynor, Bappy. The storms, they're washing him up. Oh god. Not like this. As here we go, ShoWTimE does counterattack. The base is denied. Trading a base for a base. Hatchery's gonna go down. Reynor does not have a bank. He does not have a bank here. But he does have Lurkers. Okay. He has a decent Lurker count. So ShoWTimE should not be able to freely push in. But ShoWTimE, he can skirt around the edge. He can deny creep. ShoWTimE, he's back in this. 100%. He's oh god, I spoke too soon. Lings, nice hold position micro here. 10 probes go down. Oof, losses that ShoWTimE can't afford. But this is getting dicey. Reynor, he's on 4 bases against a 3 base setup of ShoWTimE. Both players they need expansions. They need their bases. As Reynor, he does collapse on that 4th. Once again, that's a 2nd cancel. ShoWTimE, he needs a 4th. He needs a base. Reynor now getting a 5th. Reynor is stabilizing. Reynor, he is stabilizing faster than ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE needed an expansion, and he's just not getting it. Yeah, ShoWTimE in a position. Is out of position as ShoWTimE gets distracted by these Lings and Lurkers. We do see Reynor once again moving in to deny the 4th. ShoWTimE he's just getting pulled apart, and ShoWTimE cannot expand this base. Well, that's a third cancel, the 3rd denial. Okay, collapsing in. The Lurkers are exposed once again. The Lurkers are going down. Oh, but he's running out. He's running out of Archons. He's running out of Archons here. It's getting close. Another nice storm, and he will break through every single Lurker. Again, there's just no support for the Lurkers almost ever. We need the Lings. We need the Baileys. We need the Hydras. We need something in front of the Lurkers to buffer, but they just expose every time. And once again, that was a better fight for ShoWTimE, but he's still stuck on 3 bases. Like, ShoWTimE needs a base. He needs a 4th. He needs some money. Oh, no. As Reynor's remaxing. Reynor, he has an economy. He can sustain himself, at least somewhat. These losses have been expensive, but Reynor, for the most part, he's okay. He's rebuilt his lurkers. He has rebuilt. Oh, Lings are somewhat getting called out. Meanwhile, Reynor going for another run by. 3 more probes. Lings moving in once again. This time with Banelings. And there's a revelation. He sees a wall of lurkers. Doesn't bode well. Like, again, these have been better fights for ShoWTimE, but he has no base, so he can't afford it. He just can't afford these trades, despite how efficient they are. Oof. And GG gets called. He just gets overwhelmed. He just cannot sustain himself. And Reynor, he does it. GG, well played. Reynor, he will survive. He will pull off the comeback. And Reynor, he will qualify for the Esports World Cup 2025. Whew, GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Congratulations, Reynor. He will do it. It was a rough series here. ShoWTimE, he was so close to causing the upset. He was so close to bringing Reynor down. He was up, what, 3-1? He had a crazy lead. He had an insane lead earlier. But alas, we did see Reynor recover. He was able to bring it back, bring it home. We saw ShoWTimE abandon the more aggressive builds and go for some more standard play, some more blink heavy compositions. In the end, Reynor was able to adapt. He was able to embrace that so much more cleanly and shut it down for the most part. Here we had a bit of a more back and forth in the final game, of course, but it all began with the fumbled Glaive Adepts. I would say fumbled because there was a lot of potential, but there was lack of scouting, lack of roaches. Things are looking up, and then ShoWTimE committed to the shade. He committed to the first shade, and remember, he got instantly surrounded. The first shade was brutal. He was not pinned against the wall. He was not pinned against any terrain. He lost everything to that first to the first round, and that slowed him down. That really did hinder him. So he was again trying to recover from that, and he was not quite able to. There were some nice fights, and again, there were better fights and better engagements out of ShoWTimE in that final game, but with the lack of economy, didn't matter. Did not matter. Reynor, he can fight poorly and still just remax anyway and replenish and keep going. GG. GG, well played. And with that, congratulations to Reynor as he will claim it and he will advance on. My condolences to ShoWTimE, but ShoWTimE will have another chance in the global qualifier. There's going to be a global qualifier, so there's going to be one final chance here for ShoWTimE alongside some of these other players like Goblin and like Hero Marine and Estrella and many others. So they will have another chance here in that global qualifier. Gumiho is another player as well. Gumiho, I believe Ryung, I believe Byun. Yeah, there's gonna be others and many others. So with that, GG. With that, GG, well played. With that, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks so much for watching. We are now wrapped up. This was supposed to be a shorter one, almost 6 hours. I mean, it's still shorter compared to the Americas and compared to Korea and compared to Asia. So it's still on the shorter side of things, but regardless, GG, well played. With that, we have wrapped up and we have concluded our coverage of the Esports World Cup. Crazy. We made it back. We made it through. God, and look at how lean our schedule is. We're still casting twice a day, almost every day. Also, I believe ZvP Monday should still be tonight. Has he made the tournaments? Good question. Currently, I don't think we've heard from Wardy. But this is our schedule. We just wrapped up with the morning broadcast of the European qualifier, and this evening we should be live with the Wardy TV Monday, assuming he runs it. If he does not run the event, then we might just take the afternoon off. I mean, I would be more than happy to cast. I have plenty of replays ready to cast if I have to, but for now, we might just take the evening off if there's no Wardy TV Monday. Otherwise, usually we do cast Wardy TV Monday there on a weekly basis. You can see we are casting GSL. GSL is going to be on Tuesday. We have GSL Group A and GSL Group B as we're going to be covering those matches. We then have the Big Store Monday over on Wednesday. We have the LATAM League over on Thursday. We have the Podcast on Thursday. We did miss a podcast last week, so we do have to catch up. We have the StarCraft Evolution League on Friday. We have Kung Fu Cup, more show matches. We have the MSO Masters 1 Open and Sparkling Tuna Cup as well. well. We're going back to our regular scheduled programming, GSL, weekly open cups, all things StarCraft, StarCraft Evolution League as well. So do check it out. Do consider following us here. Again, we cast more StarCraft than anyone else in StarCraft, more than anyone, papi. Aye. Even without EWC. Fun fact, we did cast the most. The only EWC qualifier that we didn't cast, unfortunately, was the Korean qualifier 1. Very unfortunate. I'm very upset, very sad. If you remember, that's because we were locked out because we were patching. We were patching the game for 2 hours, and by the time we finished patching, we just couldn't cast. So it feels bad, man, when it comes to the first Korean qualifier. But outside of that, we casted everything else, all things StarCraft. And again, this is more or less what our typical weekly schedule looks like, outside of course, the What Is Even Monday, which should be there. We also cover other regular events, like the Thermal 2-2 circuit as well. We do cover that, and many others. We're going to be the beach. We're going to be a side stream. I guess not confirmed, but we have been the official B stream of Home Story Cup for the past like 3 editions, and Home Story Cup is right around the corner as well at the end of the month, so we're most likely going to be the B stream for Home Story Cup as well. We also have Cheeseadelphia on the horizon. We are going to be the main stream for Cheeseadelphia, so that's going to be an offline event in the Americas. That's going to be later in the month. We're also going to be the official English stream for the Brazilian StarCraft circuit. That is an offline event happening in Brazil. We're going to be all over that. We're going to be the official English stream for the LATAM League. That's going to be Imagine GSL, but for Latino America. We have the quarterfinals here on Thursday, and the semis and finals next week as well. So we have plenty of content, plenty of StarCraft. We have so much. We also have I have to reach out about it, but we have Fire Cup as well, and so much more. With that, GG, well played. Again, we have all the content, we have all the casting, we have all the StarCraft. So yeah, with that, consider following !socials. !socials in the chat. We do stream on a regular basis, and we do post whenever we go live. Check us out, check out the VODs. If you want, check out the VODs on YouTube. Because we've been casting so much, because our schedule's been so busy, I'll be honest, I have been falling behind when it comes to editing VODs. Typically I have like a 2-week buffer where I schedule 2 weeks ahead of time, but those 2 weeks are running out because I have not been able to schedule properly in quite some time, so I have to go back to work for that. So you may see like a couple of afternoons off there, and it's like, oh, Light, he's not casting. That means he can rest. No, that means I'm just editing VODs. I'm just editing and VODs and scheduling VODs and making thumbnails and doing work in other ways for the CranKy Ducklings. Non-stop here, papi, on the CranKy Ducklings. Aye. Basically, inform me there if you wish. Otherwise, just catching up with the chat. Thank you so much to Stan. Thank you so much for the gifted subs, the 5 subs here. To Noob for you, to Biadekel, to Really Seth, to Ordi, and to Supernova as well. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, Stan. We do appreciate it. And thank you so much to Booyah in the chat for the 1,000 bits, GG casting. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you. We do appreciate it. It's bench time. It's time for bench. Oh no. It's over, papi. It's over. Wardy's just posted. There you go. So we have confirmation. Wardy is hosting the weekly tonight, so we will be fixing that up, and we are going to be casting the What Is Even Monday tonight. So there you go. There we go. We have confirmation. Courage just confirmed in the chat. Just confirmed. Otherwise, thank you so much. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao, hasta luego. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft stream a raid, so do tune into that. Do tune in. Sorry, just sending some messages. But with that, GG, well played. With that, we're going to be wrapping up. Again, stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. We'll find someone to send everyone over to, so give them some love, give them some support. Otherwise, thank you so much. We'll see you guys tonight. So we have confirmation. We'll see you guys in around 13 hours, around 13-ish hours time for the Wardy TV Monday. That is, of course, a weekly open tournament featuring players like Clem, MaxFax, Hero, Solar, Cure, ShoWTimE, all players StarCraft basically, except for Serral and Reynor. They don't play outside of them. Everyone else plays Others, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in 13-ish hours. See you then. I'm gonna sleep as much as I can. See you then. Ciao, papi. See you next time. Also, take care. Also, everyone, take care of yourselves. You know, and hope you had a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your week as well. Look after yourselves. Likewise, you can also support us on Patreon if you wish. Exclamation mark Patreon in the chat. Shout to Sinistro in the chat. Baby, este Sinistro. Big shout to Sinistro as well. For those who do not know, Sinistro, he is one of the big names behind, or big faces, big people behind the scenes, working hard. For StarCraft, you know, running events and making sure that everything runs smoothly, I should say, organizing. Thank you so much, Sinistro, for all that you do. Thank you so much. Este Sinistro. Gracias, gracias. With that, see you next time. Ciao. See you next time.